So I'm going to show how to do a summary of an offer for Jason on a listing. So the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to open this in a new separate web page so we can easily access it. Go to our draft. Again, this can be found in Brevity. Out of ease, I'm going to use the one here. I'm going to select our template because this is everything that we will usually be working from. I'm going to go ahead and start a new email. And again, same thing, I'm going to open this in a separate page. So we now be typing on and all of the original email. So you'll want to open the purchase agreement or the offer packet depending on how the agent sent it over. And you're going to start looking for these main bullet points along with anything else that seems to be catching attention or anything that seems a little bit different. Alright, so this one, as we read through, is for this property. Dishwasher, disposal, dryer, microwave, refrigerator, and washing machine. Nothing new, nothing excluded there. It's going to be 510,000, so only want to update this here. 510,000 with a conventional mortgage. So it's going to be financed a conventional. Now if they were getting concessions, you would add on something to the lines of with 5,000 going back to the buyer at closing, netting you. You want to underline all the rest. It would go to. So that's how you'd word it if there were concessions, but this one does not have any concessions, so we don't need to worry about it for this one. At least there's no concessions yet. So it's conventional mortgage. Flood insurance is pretty standard. They do want a private inspection. They're going to have it within 7 days. So we'll need to change our bullet point there. And they'll need to notify it within 3 days. So verify that number is correct. Sometimes the wording will also say they need to decide within the 7 days versus 3 days following. So there's that. They're declining a home warranty, so we can go ahead and remove that sentence. And this is pretty standard. They want possession at closing, so we can remove the section about including occupancy and the rate that the occupancy is for, since there is no occupancy. So this property is contingent upon closing. So that means it's going to be contingent upon a separate item. So we're going to, actually while I'm right there, I'll make it 3,000. Update that. The easiest way to get that next bullet point is just to copy and paste. And we'll update it. The offer is and I'll grab that address in just a moment. Okay, so that's what that's going to be. Normally you'd have just filled in the date here. So right now I don't currently have a date, just so I remember to do so, I'm going to underline it. Okay. Sell an existing home. 343 Scottsdale. I can learn to spell successful. Alright, so the only thing that right now is kind of drawing our attention is that they didn't give us a date for the contingency to be released, nor an actual closing date that we're going to be targeting for. So I'm going to keep going through the documents and see if there's anything for that. And there's not in this particular email. So I'm going to see if it is in any of the other documents that they did attach. Okay, we send the exclusion sheet. Okay, so nothing on there about the current home. Okay, nothing on there about the current home. Here's our pre-approval letter. Again, with nothing on there. So I am going to put a question mark. And since I'm sending this just to Jason, I'm going to let him know. Note, no closing date provided. No for buyers. Example, we'll put the 72-hour. Just so he knows to pay special attention to that. To make things super easy for us in the future, since we have that summary, I'm going to add all of these attachments onto this email for easy reference. That way everything can be found in one spot. Okay, so it's not working. Download it. While it's downloading, I'll add my subject. Depending on the type of offer, sometimes we'll send these directly to the clients via Dotloop for signature, and we'll put this in our message when we send it out. Okay, let's download it, so I'm going to go ahead and attach. I'm going to wait for it to pop up here. Sometimes it takes a minute. Go ahead and click cancel and we'll try it again. Those are our downloads. So I will drag and drop. There we go. Don't know why it wasn't coming up under recently edited, but there we go. I don't have that date, that's why I called it out here. Depending on the circumstances, we might want to reach out to the agent in this particular case for this file. We're going to do it for this for Jason. I'm going to go ahead and click send. So that's how we do the summary of the offer if Jason ever asks for our clients.